All right, so today we're gonna seed carrots in these 4 beds right here. And you can see, oh, there's my Canadian geese friends. You can see the lines, the planting lines. There's good moisture right at those lines right now, which is exactly what we want. So I watered out here on Friday, and so the hope is that that's getting the weed seeds going. And then I'll seed today, water it in, and then I'm gonna lay some plexiglass over the carrot seed. I think I said the other day on a video I was gonna lay the plexiglass over the bed, making it sound like I was trying to make the weeds germinate faster, and that's wrong. I'm gonna lay it over one of the rows where the carrots are, so then that area with the plexiglass is like a little mini greenhouse. It will germinate faster. And so then once I see it germinate under the plexiglass, then that's the day before they'll start to pop, and I'll flame weed the whole bed. Hoping to cut down on hand weeding. Likely story. All right, so that's where we're at for today, first thing. Wild how it happens, man.
Oh god, so fast.
All right, so let's look at this and see if this is the this is the same. Because are your gears?
My gears. Yeah, I feel like I got the. I swear it's just my depth. That's what I think.
Okay.
Because like I would roll out, where I was thinking I was doing, this amount of seeds and this amount of linear feet.
Yep.
And I would do like a 5,000 seed pack. It'd almost all be gone.
Yep.
But I think I'm just my depth is my guess.
And
or this thing maybe is pushing down too much.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
I think my depth is what is.
And then your roller, the one that I use is the X. This is the X12.
Yeah, I bought that one.
Okay.
I was using a different one, but it was still. I feel like putting out the right amount of seeds.
Yeah.
But I bought that one I bought that one because you said it was a single.
Yep.
And then I also got the same one, but it's a double.
Double.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and so when you're saying 3/4 inch, you're just talking about like if you put a straight line from here to here.
Yeah.
And that's 3/4 inch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean,
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm gonna look today because I haven't seeded with this seeder since I've been back. And so I don't know where it's been set, but I never changed it for anything.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of where it is, but I'm pretty sure that that's kind of where it's at. We'll look when we go down in the field to see if it's the right amount of coverage. So yeah, let's set up. We'll just go down there and we'll just seed. So and then I'm gonna do 4 beds down here. So
Carry?
no, I got it. Yeah, that's good. And then we can just leave the cover. I never use the cover. Do you use the cover?
No, I don't even know why I have it.
I know. I guess sometimes if you get really crazy with the seeding, the dirt starts flying.
Yeah.
So these beds, so I'm going to do these 4 beds here. And then I made these beds and then I irrigated these on Friday.
Okay.
Because then the idea is get the weed seeds going ahead of time, and then I'll flame weed.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got a big one for the tractor?
I've got one that it's up there on the Massey. I'm just building it right now because I had a big, massive commercial one, but it's just too much for what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm not going to do that. So we'll give it a try with these first.
Yeah.
And so I always drop down to the side and I just watch it. Yeah, and you just see it dropping.
Yeah.
And I just always make sure that it's
dropping at your rate you want.
Yep. And then let's go. Let's see. And we'll stop right in here usually. So yeah, and then I just kind of go back and dig around to make sure that I can find the seeds and make sure that they're getting covered.
Just covered enough.
Yeah, see
kind
there.
of thing.
Yep. These are the raw ones are so hard to see.
Oh yeah. But yeah, you just pushed from the side and looked from the side down low and.
Yep. Yeah. So they're there, and I'm just watching, and then you'll get it to the point where you can kind of get the light to hit it, as you're going, so you can actually see it continue to drop. Like sometimes if you're on a certain angle, you can't see it dropping. But
Yeah, if the sun gets through there.
you see them dropping.
I
Good.
swear that shoe's a little different than mine, but yeah.
And I mean, I'm not going that deep.
You're not going that deep, yeah. Yeah, in certain spots you're just floating it.
Yep. And then the biggest key that I've found is every day that until I get them to germinate, I'm giving it a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And what's your soil like at your place?
It's pretty clay.
Okay.
You know.
So then that's the only thing is that sometimes you don't want to overwater in a clay, but you kind of want to have enough water on there to keep that top surface moistened.
Yeah, you don't want it to get crusty though, because yeah, it's a little adobe layer.
Yeah. And I'll just stop and check. Yeah, we're still dropping.
Do that again.
And then let's look right where I just did. Yeah, see, it's right there. So I mean, it's just get. And then that's the other thing is it seems like it's not very deep right now. But then as soon as I irrigate,
yeah, stuff will fall onto it.
It'll settle in. So, all right.
And you already got your lines here, huh?
Yep, and that's.
You're doing 3 of.
3.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then my tiller just makes the lines. So I have like I just have like a little marker, like little wings on the back of the flap of my tiller, and it just drags at that spacing. Because then I do the
G, do you do that?
Yep. Yeah, with the basket weeder. So,
That's nice.
I just seeded the 4 beds of carrots, and my friend Sam stopped out because he had been trying to use the Jang for a while and it just wasn't working great. And really I think the detail that we figured out was that he was just seeding too deep with the seeding shoe. But the better story here is just it's so good to hang with other farmers. If you can make the bandwidth to do that, it's super important. And I always feel like I want to record those conversations, but I realize that those are those conversations you really shouldn't record ever, I think. People just need to interact with people as people. It's really important, man. Yeah, that was a great catch up. We've known each other for probably 15 years now, and he'd never been out to my spot before. And but it was good to catch up and touched on details with like farming and techniques with farming. Talked a little bit about business and the struggles with being a small farmer. That's always good to have that camaraderie that your business is as crazy and messed up as their business kind of thing, and vice versa. And then talking about relationships and being in long-term relationships while farming and the challenges with that. Just helps to know that other people are on the same wavelength as you as far as they have the same struggles. It's pretty common. So anyway, that was really good. Maddie's gonna hook up the transplanter. I'm gonna go give him a hand with that. Did you see that? That was pretty fun. Yep. I flipped the moldboard plow around the wrong way. Sometimes I get confused whenever it gets flipped over and then gets stuck at the top, and then I have to like jump and push it down. And then I flipped it the wrong way. And honestly, I was paying too much of attention that I wasn't gonna run over this camera, instead of paying attention which side my gauge wheel was on, the gauge tire. So anyway, messed that up for the first 20 feet, and then I turned around and looked, and I was like, oh yeah. So and I had to go and fix it, because otherwise you end up with a big gully in the middle, and that's not good. But I just went over, pushed all that soil back over, got it here, and now we're lined up to roll. Yeah, check this soil out. It's still cool to the touch, not cold, but it's cool to the touch, so we're still in spring. But see, all this cover is just buried under there, and that's just gonna start breaking down. The soil is super active already. Yep. As I break it open, I can't really describe the smell. My friend was out here the other day and said it was like he thought I had spread some sort of fish or something out here, and it was actually just the soil. It just has this real musky smell to it. It's kind of a trip. Anyway, really nice crumble on all of this. Like, here's a big root zone. Look at that, check that out. Yep, love this soil, so good. Sweet, so I finally got all of this plowed under, which is good. So I've got this whole area, and while I was doing this, I was thinking I might actually put my potatoes down here in the perennial zone, because I'm not going to grow anything in the rest of that area this year. It's already turned under, so and that might give me more room out here to do some other stuff, like more carrots or something. So anyway, now I'm gonna head down to the other end of the field, to Maddie's section, and try to get the rest of that plowed under. That'll feel really good. Just chipping away out here, just chipping away at the list.